Welcome back to our second section of our discussion, and our topic of discussion today is about the human interactions, or rather the human-wildlife conflict. Our guest in studio is James KAHORO, and he has actually been explaining to us before about the effects of the human-wildlife conflict. And from our previous discussion, we were talking about the vultures, which were being affected by the issues of the human-wildlife conflict. So kindly just give us the final word about the decreasing population of the vultures.
Okay, and I will add on poisoning. Some of the farmers poison their cattle so that when the lion come and attack the cattle and they consume the poison, they can die. Now when the lion consume the poison, the poison and die, the vultures will come and eat the carcasses of the lion, of this poisoned lion. And you can see at the end result, they are indirectly poisoning the vultures. Now, obviously, this will reduce their population.
Okay. And actually, there are some parks in Kenya which people are saying that in the next 50 years, these parks will not be existing. What is your opinion about this?
Okay, my opinion is that with the existing government institution and the NGOs, I think the parks will still be existing. Mm-hmm. People are going to fight for these parks, and also many youths nowadays are taking up the challenges of conserving our national parks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in my opinion, these parks are here to stay.
Okay, now they are there to stay. But what about we can just have a park. Yes, it was a park, but with no animals. Do you think the animals will also be there?
Yeah, they will be there. I think the government are going to put measures and regulations that will protect our wildlife. And also even through the intervention of the NGOs, the UNEP, the IUCN, they will come up together and put regulations that will ensure that our wildlife are protected. Mm-hmm. Yeah, from any effects of development, pollution. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
actually, what are some of the consequences of the human-wildlife conflict?
The consequences of okay, I can say the consequence obvious is this death, this the loss of property, and also this the loss of biodiversity. Mm-hmm. As you can see in the incidents of the vultures, where the lions are being poisoned, and then when the carcasses of the lions are being fed by the vultures, we are losing the vultures. So that's one consequence, loss of the biodiversity. Then the damage of property. Obviously, when the elephants come to your farm, it will it will automatically eat everything. Yeah, and destroy even the farm structure that will be there. Mm-hmm. To gain access. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, as a conservationist, what is your view about management strategies in order to ensure that indeed this human-wildlife conflict does not become the threat to the extinction of most important species, especially the keystone species?
Okay. I find that one management practice that is effective is the compensation. And the compensation should come from the government. The KWS pay the fees that they receive from the parks, they forward the money to the treasury. So the government definitely should come up with the compensation to these people who are affected by the conflict. Yeah, and another thing is the pest. They pay for ecosystem services. That's another tool that can be used to manage, as the people will be educated, will be providing some of this ecosystem service like agroforestry. They be practicing some agroforestry. Through that agroforestry, they are supporting the ecosystem. Now, through pests, they get paid for promoting the ecosystem. and you find that by the end of the day, the farmer will have earned some money through his action, and also it will be like a double-edged sword, because he will earn from the pests and also other institutions like the forestry, and also you will also be if you look at the overall picture, you will be saving the environment a lot of deal. Yeah, and the next management strategy, I think, is on the combined efforts from both the parties, from both the government and the people living around the park. The combined effort, they create corridors separating them from now the parks. They leave space. They leave like some meters or some kilometers from the park, so that that land could act as a barrier, not to reach them directly to their farm. And also another thing is on land planning. Land planning, they will focus on planting the food that are consumed by the wildlife. They should plant such that they are further inside the farm, not just around here, so that the animal will not be lured to enter the farm. Yeah, and also other strategies is like the biological control, where you find that they use bees. They place the beehives there to attract the bees, and for that they can do bee farming. You find that the elephants mostly are afraid of the bees. They are naturally repelled by the bees. So by putting the beehives there at the entrance, there will be somehow combating the issue of now the elephants getting into their farms, and that will be a very good management strategy. Yeah.
So thank you so much for staying tuned to Champions TV. And maybe, James, you can just look at that camera and just give a final word to the viewers.
Okay. Mine is to encourage all youths that are out there. They should at least come in a good number and join some of the organizations that are good in protecting and conserving our environment, like the movement of the UNEP have created the Greenpeace, which it's absorbing most of our youth in their programs in conserving, in cleaning, in ensuring that we have a better place to live on. So mine is to encourage all youths to at least you find nowadays, instead of just sitting at home idle, they should at least join this group and do something. It's a good experience to be in such groups. And also some of this group, they also encourage a lot. They encourage a lot ecosystem activities, like even ecosystem wildlife, where they organize to go and visit certain national parks, where they stay there for camping. They do like some events like the forest challenges. They bond. They do a lot of fun activities, and through this activity, they also get the social bonding between them. So it's a good experience to be in such. Yeah, and also to the rest of the people to conserve the environment. Make sure at your homestead at least to plant one of the trees that you like. It's a very good. You can either plant a fruit tree or just any type of tree that will at least give you some shade when the sun it's too hot. Yeah.
Okay. And also, as a result, it will promote some of the ecosystem functioning. So thank you so much for staying tuned to Champions TV. Remember that this is Nature Talk. Until next time, enjoy your evening and use everything that is surrounding you in a sustainable manner. Thank you so much.